Yo guys, welcome back to another Jade Younger video, and today is a different video to what I'd usually do due to the current situation of the country. And I'm in my back garden, as you see, with everything set up, my rods, biteless as usual. And so yeah, I'm just going to go through my setup and how I would fish, how I'd be fishing usually on the beach. So let's get into it. So first of all, my Tronics Pro seat box. I got this off Veals, and I installed the breakaway conversion kit. And so basically what it is, it's just got 4 parts on here where it joins into the box, 1, 2, and then 3 and 4. It's got this backrest and 2 straps. So basically you can wear it as a backpack, and that's obviously the rest for your back. And this acts for a backrest when you're sat down in it, and it just makes your fishing comfortable, really, or more comfortable as it usually would be. So let's take a look at what I've got inside. So here we are in the box. First of all, I've got this rig building box. You've seen this before in some of my rig making videos, but basically it's just got all these bits and bobs just for making out your rigs. So yeah, useful. Then I've got my scissors and fillet knife. This is a cool bag for when I'm fishing in the summer. Just putting your baits in, keep it cool and frozen fresh, just keep your back baits high quality. But for the minute, I'm just storing all my shop leader, rig making line. I've got mackerel feathers, squid jigs, and then I've got a box just full of bits and bobs for rig making. These are really good for the place. So yeah, hopefully we'll be allowed out fishing, and that will be in use. I've got this little case where I put all my leads. It just stops them from rattling about and just being annoying. So there you are, just keep them in there and they don't get in the way. This is quite important for keeping your box clean, because you don't want to use that as a bait board because it just gets all mank. So I just bought this. It's just £1 from a bait shop in West Bay. Just obviously cutting your baits, preparing your baits, etc. And finally, I have this rig box, which is extremely useful. As you can see, I've ordered some new rigs from Veals, and I just keep all of my rigs on these foam disc kind of things. And it keeps everything so organised, and it's just so much easier than having them in a say a rig wallet, because then they just get, I find they always just get tangled, and then you just spend ages trying to untangle them, and it just wastes lots of time, to be honest. So yeah, that's very handy to use. And there you have my Tronics Pro seat box. So now we've done with the box, we're going to have a look at the Ian Gold's Igloo beach shelter. This is very good for keeping out the elements of English weather, which is very much needed in England, basically, because our weather is awful, and this is just the perfect shelter, keeping you dry in the winter and warm out of the wind, and in the summer it's really good for shade, as I've been testing it in my garden, testing the waterproof on it, just blasting a hose at it, and it just keeps everything inside dry, so it's really good. Obviously you got to keep the back to the way the winds come in, so then it doesn't just go right through the front. So yeah, and it keeps you really dry that way, because you don't get any rain coming down on the front because of this hood. And then this stops any rain from coming off that way, and it all just goes down off into the ground, and it's, yeah, really good structure. These rod straps, I'm not going to talk too much because I showed you this in one of the more recent videos, but I'm just going to give you a quick tour around the shelter. So here it is. And as I've mentioned before, there is so much headspace in there, and then you can adjust it to your height if you wanted to stand up, and then you could make it wider, big enough for 2 anglers. So yeah, that is the Ingold's Igloo. So recently, guys, I bought a brand new tripod because the one I had before I just got from a car boot for like £3. Obviously it's done the job, but I wanted to get more newer stuff just because it looks better, it's stronger and it's more stable. So my other one had bent, the legs were like a bit bent and corroded. So yeah, so this is my new one, Ian Gold's Super Match. I believe this was the 6 foot one, and as you can probably tell, these cups here, well, no, they're not cups. I don't actually know what they're called, but these are the cups. Also, these glow in the dark. So the cups and like the rod rest bit, they glow in the dark, which is really useful for when you're night fishing because it lets you know where your things are, so you can just see if, say, your light died or something, or you didn't want to shine the lights directly on the water, which scares the fish. You with these you can pretty much fish without a light, basically, because you can see where you're going to put the butts of the rods in and that part, so you can just easily rest it in there. And yeah, it's got a hook to just put on. If it's windy, you could put like a carrier bag of like stones, pebbles, sand, etc. to keep it weighed down so it don't blow over. These supports to keep it more stable. This, so you can hook on any more rigs, and same with this thing here. You can put your swivels on there and hold more rigs. Obviously, because a match tripod is designed for like quick use fishing, and telescopic legs, which are really useful if you're fishing on uneven ground, because you can adjust one leg longer than the other so it stays flat, which I didn't have on my other one, which is a really useful design to this product. So yeah, really pleased with that. So last but not least, my identical Shakespeare Agility 14 foot rods. I've had lots and lots of success with these, catching plaice, cod, pretty much any fish you can think of. These, I think they're about 80 quid. They may, I don't know. I bought them a while back. Well, one's newer than the other. I got one on my birthday last year in March, and then the other one I bought only three months ago, yeah. And Really good bite tip action. Detect bites such as like from flatfish and smaller fish such as that. And it also provides a lot of stability and control over the fish with a solid butt end to the rod, which is really useful when targeting bigger species such as the cod, bass, ray, and smoothhounds, etc. But for me, I personally use this more for the flatfish, less than the bigger species, because obviously it can catch them, but I just rather a bit more stiffness in the end of the rod when fighting those fish. So yeah, and now for the reels. And these are the Shakespeare Agility LC. If it focuses, might not. The lighting's not very good, so I just went down. But Shakespeare Agility LC 1000, and these both exactly the same. Got exactly the same line and shot reader on both, so everything in my setup is identical. So yeah, that's it really. That's my setup. Make sure, guys, you like and subscribe to our channel. Just leave below anything you want me or Josh to show you. Rigs, other rods, for example my kayak fishing gear, spinning gear, lures, rigs, etc. Anything like that, just leave in the comments below and I can make a video for you guys. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.